were on call.
They were there. They
right
were
there.
ready, yes.
So it was safety first.
And surrounded by a whole huge area of snow, so I'm sure that helped with the.
It was safe for us humans, but not for Frosty.
Now Frosty was done.
Frost. Well, you know, he's got the hat. He'll come back again someday.
Back, but it's a horrible way to go.
Why did we not play that song? Although, you know, I love some Thomas Rhett, but.
There was one from the Tavares, Burn Baby Burn. I don't know if you remember that from the old days in the Saturday Night Fever. That's a long story.
That's a long ways back.
Probably not appropriate.
Welcome back, everyone. Glad you are joining us here on America's Morning Headquarters. We will get you through the mid-morning hours.
That is right. The Weather Channel going to help you here for you. Work through the rest of the week, heading into the weekend. We got a lot of things happening out there, including the site off the West Coast. Remember that area of low pressure. This thing was a pretty, a big system. Got pretty strong out there.
To say the least.
Yeah, there were some fascinating animations of the radar and the satellite pictures yesterday. I mean, if you didn't say to someone, by the way, this is California and the water temperature is 50 degrees, you would think it's in the tropics in the summertime because it looked like a hurricane.
There
it
wasn't.
wasn't. What's that?
There was an eye.
There was not. And you know
There might have been two.
There might have been. So you don't need 80-degree water temperatures to get a hurricane. You can get them anywhere as long as the atmosphere allows it. But that was not the case this time around. This was not a hurricane, but it did have some structural characteristics similar to that of a tropical cyclone. I could go on.
We're going to give you a few more minutes to actually go on about that coming up in about a half hour. But also on the show today, we're talking beach safety, and we've got a coastal safety and science expert in studio to talk about some different things you might have thought about before when it comes to your beach plans.
Yeah. It's all about, you know, getting to the beach, having fun, but safety first, right? That's always the key. All right, well, storms not making Northern California. It's just another round in what has been more than a 12-round fight here for us in the West Coast.
Is that even a thing?
Well, it is now.
Yeah, 9 rounds, I thought.
Yeah, well, 12. How many atmospheric rivers have we had?
Yeah, this is the 12th.
There you go.
And that'll be I guess, well, it's a new one, so 13th.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, we got to lots to talk about besides what's happening there on the coast, but we're going to take you to the coast. Many families are counting down. Maybe you live there or just go year round. Let us know. That's our poll. Of course, we want to see your pictures, your comments, and coming up, we've got a guest in studio to talk beach safety. Some things maybe you haven't thought about.
It's everywhere. It happens all the time. Every area of low pressure has an influence globally, and it's impacting every other low pressure. It's just we don't often see it. That's a perfect example of one you could see where they're rotating around each other like a dumbbell.
It was really fascinating to watch here. Really unfortunate, though, for the folks in California, especially the Bay Area, just so hard hit. I mean, really, it was almost the whole state, though, that got impacts from this.
I mean, you had the impacts, not just the wet weather coming on, but those strong winds. I mean, there were some crazy winds out there.
I saw some wind reports of almost 80 miles per hour in around San Francisco, and those winds were not necessarily with the strongest showers that moved through. They were non-thunderstorm winds, so it was pretty impressive. A very windy system overall.
I saw reports from Sausalito, and somebody said this looks like a hurricane came through because a lot of tree branches down, even some big trees came down because of those winds. Yeah. Wild stuff. Now, I want to talk more about what's going to be happening with storms to the east of here today. So that's still moving in. It's in now, and it's weakened, but we still have rain in California.
Yep, yes, we do.
We also have storms, though, that are going to be affecting us in the Midwest, and even this morning, we've got thunderstorms out there. So that's where I want to begin. This will be a story in the coming days to watch the risk of thunderstorms with possible severe weather. Today's area.
So you might say to yourself, well, what about day 10? If you're saying it's only good to day 8, a GFS run, then should I throw it out at day 10? And the answer is no. Oh. You want to know why? Because that's one model run. If you look at it in the context, there may sometimes be very important information there telling you pattern changes ahead.
This is why we jump up and down when, you know, you see it on social media all the time, a day 10 model forecast for snowfall might get posted. Like, no, wait, no, that's not the information that you need to share.
That's exactly right.
So there is some value even at that far out point.
Yeah, there is value in it. You just have to be very careful and what it's telling you and why it's telling you that. So sometimes, you can just sort of say, well, I don't think so much on this, but there are other times when you really got to take hold and take notice.
8 days is longer than I expected this. When we talked about doing this topic and you looking at this data, I expected day 5, day 6 to be solid, but 8, that's impressive.
It's gotten better in recent times, and hopefully we continue that trend.
Right.
But more often than not, you should be okay.
I actually really like October at the beach.
You did tell me about that.
Water's still warm.
Yes.
I always hate to say it because I don't want the crowd to go. I just gave the secret out.
Ignore what Jen just said.
But the water is still warm.
Wherever you're going at what time of the year, hopefully.